And now, welcome back to 30 at 6. We want to give a big, warm welcome to the man with the plan, the summer plan, bringing on all kinds of wonderful activities from Cecil County Parks and Rec, Nick Moon. Welcome, Nick.
Thanks
welcome
for having me back, Rob.
Hey, when you were here before, we were talking football.
We were, yeah.
Flag football, right?
Yeah, NFL flag. You want to hear how it's going?
Yeah. Well, how did that go with Parks and Rec? I mean, it was your first year for it, right?
So it's our third year.
Oh, third.
Yeah, third year. But we were wrapping up registration around that time. And actually, numbers are our all-time best in 3 years. It's awesome. I don't know if it has to do with actually talking about it on this show and all the viewers being like, cool, that sounds like something I want to do, and signing up. But we got a large surge on the stretch. And we wound up with, I think we have like 140 kids, like north of 140 kids playing, which is amazing.
That's great. And yes, it is the show that promoted that.
I think so.
Everyone in Cecil County and the world are glued to their phones at Cecil TV. Everybody knows that.
Oh, absolutely.
Now
I check out everything online.
Right. Now listen, you're here not to talk football, but baseball and or T-ball and other things, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the step before baseball. So I guess right now with the recent heat bump, it's nice to start focusing on the spring and summer stuff. I mean, that's what a lot of people want to hear about. So coming up in the spring, we have kind of a surprise favorite from last year that came back, which is Footbal T-ball. It's for ages 2 to 5, and it's basically kind of like your gateway into getting into organized sports. It allows for a good mix of, we've got volunteer coaches, and we have a lot of opportunities for parents who still want to be strongly involved in their kids, getting involved in this sport, able to help out, but giving the kids the opportunity, the chance to kind of learn what the sport is, learning the basics of baseball and how to play. So it's a fantastic opportunity.
Wiffle ball, T-ball.
Yeah.
Because they're 2 to 5. They're about this. Some are only about this high, right?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure when I go out to see it, there's going to be kids, because there's always that, a couple kids that are just as big as you, and you're like, that kid is a youngster? I mean, 2 to 5, we're stretching it, but...
I bet you they get really pumped up about this, too, don't they?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the parents absolutely love it. Last year, it was a fantastic program. It kind of came up because parents had a strong interest in seeing it. David Menser, my coworker, was kind of like, yeah, let's do it. Put together an awesome program, and it came back, as quickly as it did, because parents were like, we can't wait to see it. So it's back. Registration closes March 27th, though, so it's a quick turnaround time if people are interested.
So T-ball, Wiffle Ball T-ball is closing, so people should contact you at 410-656-5125.
Yep.
Or how can they do it online?
So if they feel more comfortable on the phone, that's the best way to reach us. We can do it over the phone with them at that number. And they can also go online and register at www.cecilrec.com, and they can register themselves online.
We'll have to give these contact pieces of information later.
Sure.
After T-ball, there's other stuff you have to talk about today, right?
Oh, I could talk for multiple segments. I mean, I think over the course of a year, we have upwards of 200 programs. I mean, we have a ton of stuff going on. But yeah, focusing on that warm heat bump, people want to know about summer. So we have a couple summer camps. I mean, one of the big ones to talk about is Safetyville in particular. That's a county favorite. Right. Yeah, that is. I started in September, and that's something that even since I started then, parents are like, we can't wait for this. We really want to come out. When's registration open? I mean, as far as I know, it's been a huge program for a few years now, and it teaches 4 to 5-year-olds specifically about developing good safety habits, learning from some of the best of the best. The Cecil County public school system has teachers that come out and provide education, and then the Cecil County Sheriff's Office actually comes out to help with the safety, or the on-site mini town safety section. So it's kind of like a triumvirate of skilled and talented people trying to teach these kids some good habits to carry on for life.
And that's just one of the things they have that a lot of people fondly remember, my daughter included, the little cars, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, who forgets that? We were talking about that, pre-show or before the show. I don't know what you want to call that, pre or before show. Just about all the cool little things that you do in terms of the mini town and driving around your little cars to kind of learn all hands-on.
So there's not just one Safetyville now, right?
So there's one Safetyville, but we have four different sessions. So
okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like convenience. We've got 2 sessions that run at the end of June. They're 2 weeks apiece. There are 2 that run at Rising Sun High School, and then after July 4th, we come back and we have 2 sessions at Elk Neck Elementary School.
So if you live nearer Rising Sun High School, you want to try and get in these early sessions. Mm-hmm. And if you're closer to Elk Neck, do the later sessions.
Right. I mean,
Makes sense.
it's so popular though. We've had people that register from like the Elk Neck area that are like, hey, I have friends and family that are registering from Oxford. Can we do the Rising Sun one so we can be in the same group as them? It covers like such a large area of people who are interested in coming out. And by Oxford, I mean Oxford, PA. I forgot, I should have mentioned that, but yeah.
Not Oxford Eastern Shore.
No, not that I know of Oxford Eastern Shore, yeah. So we have just people coming from all over the place that want to participate in this program.
So we got Wiffle T-ball.
Yep.
We got Safetyville coming
Safetyville.
up, and a variety of camps for all activity, age, and skill levels, right? Well, tell us about some of your other summer camps.
Yeah, so Safetyville is kind of like that highlighted summer program. But I mean, as of now, we have 20 different summer camps that are listed for registration. They all typically run for about a week at a time. And I mean, we have different programs that range from art camp to dance camp to what's called Club Extreme, which sounds really cool. And it's kind of like your traditional summer camp of giant water slide, Nerf wars, kickball. And then the one I'd like to highlight is, we have a baseball camp. We have a good amount. I can't give the exact number. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But we have a good amount of sports camps. And our baseball camp is taught by Dan Hammer, the associate head coach at the University of Delaware.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was going to say, he coaches at a Division I NCAA school. Within the last couple of years, he was actually inducted into the Hall of Fame. So we have a lot of very knowledgeable instructors for our various summer camps.
Now, I imagine there's a cost for some of these camps. Is it pretty reasonable? Or?
I mean, I would say so. Typically, our camps, a lot of our summer camps, they're not, I guess, the traditional like summer long ones or long sessions. They typically go for about a week. So if we have an all-day camp that runs Monday through Friday, it's about $100 per participant. So
That's great.
I was going to say, it's a pretty reasonable thing when you look at the hours in terms of all the knowledge they're getting. I mean, you go back to the sports camp, you're working with, in a small group, working on various skills for, your child in hitting and pitching and fielding with a head coach at a D1 level. And we have a bunch of other camps. We have soccer camps run by the Perryville High School boys coach, Jolene Orman. We have a track camp that's run by the Perryville head coach, Trayvon Morgan. We have a bunch of sports camps that are taught by very knowledgeable and capable instructors.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And Lacrosse camp is already going on right now. It's started. That's closed, right?
Cecil Lacrosse?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that just...
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a league, right?
Yeah, that's why when you say camp, I'm like, it's very similar because it's a strong practice foundation. Teaching the kids, it accepts all skill levels. And also it's a travel recreational program. So they do travel around and play other schools, or not other schools, I'm sorry, still in that school mindset, but
Right.
other teams from different counties in competitive matches. So they just started their practices, and both the girls and boys programs will be starting up. Girls will be starting up in about a week for their competitive games, and then the guys will be starting up in April.
That's awesome. Yeah, both my kids played Cecil Lacrosse and they loved it.
Yeah, we talked about it last time, but it is such a fantastic program.
That's awesome. Is there anything, Nick, that we missed?
Like I said, I could probably talk for hours about all the different programs. I mean, I think the biggest thing is if there's a program or if there's something that I talked about today that doesn't exactly catch your ear or your eye and you're kind of like, that doesn't really sound interesting to me or my child, if you just go to our website at cecilrec.com, like I said, we have over 200 plus programs run throughout the year. I'm sure we'll have something, for both you or your child or both of you.
That's awesome. For me, I think if you put that wiffle ball up there on the tee, I might be able to hit it.
Cool. Well then, hey, maybe we'll see you out in a couple weeks.
Let's play ball.
Yeah, let's do it.
Thanks.
Thanks for having me, Rob.